you're going to have a name for it, I imagine. So you name it, you say, okay, such and such was born last night. We're really excited he came in at 0.0001 grams or something like that. And he just kind of has kind of a story, and then you build over that. And then people kind of start getting invested into what's happening with your mustache as you grow along, and you can just kind of keep pounding on them and saying, grow with this poor because of money, grow with this poor because of money. Self-deprecation is always really good. My wife won't touch me. Please make it worth it for me. Some guys,
for 30 days a year, you have an excuse.
Some guys do relentless emails. I mean, there was one guy who sent out a daily email and said, "You get removed from the list when I see that money."
With a picture.
Congrats.
With a picture.
With a picture, and and he made it really long. I think he cut and pasted stuff from random websites just to irritate people. And then one of the biggest things is, if you're a Facebooker or you have a mass email list, is the second a donation comes in, making sure that you give them shout outs publicly. I don't know if you guys ever hit that, but that's huge. You got to the point where people started chewing my hand. Started chewing me out. We're not used to having kids.
She's a sponge.
Yeah.
She's a sponge.
People would start chewing us out saying, "Where's my shout out? How come I didn't get a thing?" So those are just a couple of things that we found that have worked over the years.
Yeah, I mean, what you'll find is Facebook is great for publicizing what you're doing and giving people updates, but don't expect a lot of people to just donate because you're putting it on Facebook. The personal ask will almost always get you money. An email is better, phone call, shaming your friends in, that's a good way to do it. And keep in mind, I don't know if you covered this already, Ryan, but keep in mind that you're an ambassador for the charity. One of the best things from the charity's perspective is, not only do they get a bunch of money, but you guys are going to touch 10,000 people probably between your Facebook, your email, talking to people, and everybody's going to learn about this charity. And that's a better benefit for them than the $80,000 or $90,000 you guys are going to raise. I don't know what your goal is, but so you're a big ambassador for them. Always keep that in mind. You look like a pretty solid group. We get some sketchy people in Omaha. I'm just saying. But yeah, I'm trying to think of other really good fundraising tips.
One guy,
give him something.
Someone really creative. One guy said, if by the end of the day I raise $100, I will make a painting.
With my mustache.
With my mustache. And if I raise $500, I'll hang it over my fireplace for life. He had a $600 donation in 6 minutes. Yeah. And then he raised another $1,200 after that. And then he wasn't done, so at the end of the month he said, for anybody that donates over $200 today, because that's another thing, you can touch on the deadline thing. That's the other thing is he said, when this is all over, I have 24 hours left to raise money. He's already killed his goal, so he was just cranking out more. He said, "I will send you a private link to the video of me getting it waxed off." And he did. He suffered. He came through.
I forgot about actually probably the best tool we've come up with is called the fake deadline. So take maybe a 72-hour period or a 48-hour period. I usually do it the week of or the second week, and I'll get all my email guys, and I'll send out a blast and go, "Look, my goal is to raise $1,000 in 48 hours. You have to donate now." Because dudes will not do it until the very last second. That's why you will raise a lot of money your last week, because your dudes will be like, "Yeah, I'll give it to you, I'll give it to you, I'll give it to you," but they never actually go physically do it. So come up with a deadline and a goal, and then just hound them, and you'll be amazed at how fast that money will come in. And then
the office park thing. We had several guys do that. If you work in a larger office or a building that houses a bunch of offices or something like that, get together with your corporate people right away and say, in week 3, we're going to do a free Goodwill lunch. You go out, front the money for the food and all that. You just kill it. And you look goofy. You borrow the banner and serve out burgers, and people throwing money. And if you have that kind of environment, you can capitalize.
I have the Goulet level donor. So anybody who donates $25 or more to me gets a certificate at the end with a whisker affixed from the Commodore. My mustache is named the Commodore. It's kind of gross and horrifying, but I've actually had people give me $24.99 to not get the whisker certificate. But it works. So there's really no wrong way to do it. Just get creative and use your personality and your contacts to do it. And it's a lot of fun.
Congrats.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So if any of you guys